Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hey.
It's your president and your VP, and we're back once again, finally, after all this time, with a Scooby-Doo review for you guys.
Don't worry, we didn't die, we're just lazy.
Well, things happen, life goes on, side projects, side hobbies, and work in general. So, anyways, guys, this time we're looking at Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire.
It is a 2003 Scooby-Doo movie, and it was the first Scooby-Doo movie to be released under the What's New Scooby-Doo animation style. After Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase 2 years beforehand, it was the final movie of the Luke animated films.
Yeah, so this movie takes place in Australia, and it focuses around a rock festival at Vampire Rock, and it is basically this vampire comes in and starts disrupting things and scaring off the bands that are there to play, and we get another appearance from the Hex Girls.
Yeah, they were a fan favorite. They're in Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, coming in the month of Halloween horror.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. October, guys.
And one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies of all time. One Scooby-Doo movie we've already covered its sequel in the past.
Yeah. Zombie Island.
Oh, man, I was trying to give it as a clue and be like, that's all the hints I'm giving you.
Oh, well.
So, anyways, it was released on March 23rd, 2003, and it was also the first solo film of Joseph Barbera after William Hanna, the other creator of Scooby-Doo, had died.
Of throat cancer. R.I.P. Mr. Hanna.
And, well, sadly, Joseph Barbera is also dead, so rest in peace, Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
We still love the cartoon of Scooby-Doo that you and William both created.
So, the movie begins with this band playing, I think they're called Whirlwind.
No. I remember this. You didn't get to see the cold opening, but I did.
Okay.
Because we started it after the cold opening. It actually starts out with this pop rock singer. I'm going to call him what he is. It starts out with this pop rock singer singing in an audition, and then a bunch of three vampires, World War One or supposedly War One, they come down from the they come down from Vampire Rock, and they kidnap this pop rock singer. And then they take him away and kidnap him along with the Yowie Yahoo. And yeah, it's ridiculous and it's crazy. All right, now you can continue.
Okay, so then we're introduced to this kind of sleazy manager, who's supposed to be, I guess, kind of a parody of the over-enthusiastic music producer. And he talks about how Whirlwind was a great band, and they should have won last year, and they didn't. And but the vampire has been causing problems, and there's these two guys that are organizing the whole music festival, and also the Mystery Incorporated gang are on their way to Vampire Rock.
Yeah, for this music festival, because they're trying to find something to do in Australia while they're there. And my first immediate reaction was, go to the Sydney Opera House.
Well, yeah, Shaggy and Scooby are like, there's nothing here but dust and trees, and they're playing some kind of video game on what appears to be a Game Boy, possibly.
No, it's not a Game Boy. It's actually It's like a game console in the Mystery Machine, and they're playing a video game featuring themselves. And I'm like, is that like a tie back to Cyber Chase?
Maybe. So they encounter the two owners of the music festival, and they find out that there's the vampire. And of course, they have a mystery to solve.
But before that, before that, the reason why that they were brought there in the first place was that a fan favorite fan favorite characters, the Hex Girls, were playing there as well, and they were actually playing the song that was featured in Witch's Ghost. I cast a spell on you.
Yeah.
Earth, wind, fire, air.
Yeah. Don't quit your day job there, bub.
I won't.
Anyway, so they're brought
It's a lot
there,
of
of
fun.
course, like I said, and then these two obnoxious guys show up, and they're auditioning too, and they're named Two Skinny Dudes. That's the name of their band. And so they show up, and they are going to go play, and their manager, the sleazy guy, is also trying to sign the Hex Girls. So there's a bunch of disappearances and mysterious things that happen. And they run away from the vampire, as is usual. Now, the thing about all this, I have to say, though, is that having watched so many Scooby-Doo movies and so many Scooby-Doo cartoons, why don't they just immediately go, you're not a real ghost, you're somebody in a mask.
Yeah, and it was kind of obvious they weren't real vampires because they break every vampire rule ever.
Yeah, like their sunlight doesn't affect them. They're not afraid of mirrors. They're not afraid of crucifixes. They're not afraid of garlic. They're not afraid of nothing, really.
They can't. Also, vampires can't cross running waters, but they cross running water.
And it should be noted that there's this old creepy guy that's the grandpa of one of the owners, and he's the one that's spouting the legend of the Yowie Yahoo. And so, anyways, things progress along, and it's pretty fun. I mean, it's a pretty fun little movie.
It is.
And they progress, and it leads to the natural conclusion that if you've seen it, you probably have already figured it out. The vampires are actually Whirlwind. And spoiler, the Yowie Yahoo is actually one of the co-owners of the festival.
Yeah, no, actually, one of the co-owners of the festival happens to be Whirlwind, and the Yowie Yahoo was actually a projection.
And Two Skinny Dudes are also part of Whirlwind.
Yeah, and apparently the whole shtick behind Whirlwind was they were trying to bring glam metal or glam rock back, and it's like, I mean, yeah, that's kind of cool and stuff, but we already have glam rock bands from the 80s that are already doing that kind of stuff. Their name is Poison.
Yeah.
And REO Speedwagon. I mean, come on.
But I think maybe they wanted to make like a modern, updated look of glam metal.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, so that's the movie. It's pretty good. I'm gonna say 4 out of 5. What say you?
It's also a 4 out of 5. I remember watching this when I was younger, like really young, and I found the music to be cool, and I found the mystery to be cool. So yeah, it's definitely better than Music of the Vampire, the Scooby-Doo musical.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
Don't know if I've seen that one yet, but
You have
maybe
not.
we'll get to it. I would also say that I appreciate the fact that they brought back the original cast, as many of them as they could at the time, because Don Messick, the original voice of Scooby-Doo, had died in 1997. So from that point on, it was definitely Frank Welker, except for the Scott Innes movies where he was the voice of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Which was only like 1 or 2.
It was 2 movies, I do believe. And we also had Billy West as Shaggy.
Yeah. So anyways, guys,
Dad doesn't like talking about that, even though it was in Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
That's the movie, and like I said, it's pretty good. If you haven't seen it in a while, you can find it on the Boomerang app. It's also available on DVD and Blu-ray, I'm sure. You can find it at your local Walmart and Amazon, that kind of thing. So if you're interested, check it out. It's definitely worth seeing, especially parents, if you've got younger children who like Scooby-Doo, show them this one for sure. It's, of course, quite more lighthearted than the previous 4 movies that had come before it.
Oh, yes.
So-
I cannot wait to talk about that because you want to know why? Because they got a PG rating before Scooby-Doo was, well, before PG actually didn't mean anything.
It could have, yeah. So that's it, guys. And of course, we've got some other stuff that we're going to be doing very shortly. Probably a little bit later today after this uploads. So
We're finally bringing back Lifetime.
yes, it's going to be a difficult one, but look forward to that one. It's going to be a difficult one for us to talk about due to the subject matter of the movie. So here's hoping that
You're
things go
welcome.
well. Anyways, guys, but of course, if you've seen Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire, and you think that it is the worst one that has ever been made,
Spit on my hand.
sorry about that, then, well, you're wrong. But, hey, just remember, we're just
Two idiots with a cell phone camera. Our opinions do not matter, except they actually do, because we have a YouTube show, except they actually don't.
So, having said all that, guys, we'll see you guys next time. And as always, peace and love from Denny and Son.
Bye. We're also bringing back Walker as well. It's finally back.
Yeah.